Hello guys, this is Daniel Clay from Just Press Play, and no, people are probably gonna ask me what do I think about the Atari box coming out. I think that I'm just telling you right now, just like Bubsby, why is what I'm gonna ask once again for another one of these games, or consoles more so now. The audio and the video will be kind of off sync, but at the same time, you'll still be able to get the message that I'm gonna, get across about this. We're in a very weird year where it seems like every single dead property just needs to come back from just needs to rise back from the dead, and I don't think that this is a very good idea. I really don't because I don't see how it's going to really get out there that much. Don't get me wrong, it could be like the NES Classic, where it can be a hit because of existing IPs, but the Atari doesn't really have IPs that big as Nintendo or even Sega. Even Sega's little niche hardware market, and they re-release Sega Genesis mini models stuff like that. It doesn't really have that market as much as Sega and Nintendo does. So I don't know what they're going to do with this, but at the same time, hopefully it's not a brand new console. Because if it is a brand new console, then I don't see it to compete with the big dogs. I see it more as probably one of those like classic boxes, the classic emulation boxes with a bunch of like 35 games in one box, something like that. I see it like that, like more of a plug and play. That's just very fancy. It lets you play the older Atari 2600 games, but I don't see this like on top tier, like using like an Nvidia or AMD chip. I don't see it as like a console you would see right now. Understandably so, I don't really see it as a console you would actually play or pick up right now. That's just my honest opinion. That's just me being completely honest. Looking at the trailer as well, though, I think this trailer is actually not that great. It's not that great. It's don't get me wrong, I don't this is another trend in 2017. I could be wrong about this, but making little teaser trailers where it shows off very 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 limited amount of content and something like that. I don't know if this is supposed to I really don't know what it, I had to loop it because it was actually very short. I don't know what's up with these 25 to 30 minute or 30 seconds, my bad, not 30 minutes. That would actually give us a whole, fucking presentation of what the console really is. But Atari has been through a lot over the years. They've been through, I think, multiple bankruptcies. If I'm right, I know that they have never really been in the steady path of success lately. And the Roller Coaster Tycoon games are not being received very well. I mean, I over anybody would recommend getting Planet Coaster over what they've recently been offering. They have not really been outing like the best, content in a very long time, minus some, mobile games and stuff like that. But those are still very much pay to win. I think this is very, 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 very sad though, because at the same time, I would like to, still play an Atari 2600, even though I only had one as a kid. The only reason why I had one as a kid is because, my grandma got me one from a thrift shop, and it was just to keep me occupied during the summer month. I think it was like '07 I had one, and it broke fairly easily, but I remember playing Pitfall and, the really weird Pong. There's a lot of used games. You can still very much find an easy old school Atari console in a thrift shop or a mom and pop shop. They're not hard to come by at all, though. As much as I thought they were, I even know I think I know one shop that at least has like 6 or 7 of them. They're not. I would say they're somewhat rare, but at the same time, you can easily buy one. If I check the price for one right now, just see if I can check the price for one right now. See how much it actually costs. Let me just see this right here. If I put it, I'm just saying this just in case classic the classic Yeah, I'm looking at one on eBay that's like you can get everything for 80 89.99. You get a couple of the big games. Well, you get 12 games, 3 controllers, the paddles and everything. So yeah, it's not it's not that well known. And you have the at games Atari Flashback, which I don't I remember the older plug and play ones was just a controller. That was a long time ago. $98, 77. Just $99, $10 just to get rid of the console itself with no controllers. 80, 80, 70, 180, but it comes with like 25 games, 190, and it just comes with like the wood grain. It's like a little bit of refurbished. 89. They're not expensive. They're really not though. They're not expensive. None of this stuff is rare enough to even maybe need a new console. When it comes to Nintendo stuff, yes, there are people who aren't really gonna want to go out to get an SNES or NES because they're just lazy, really like that. And that's only in they see the NES Classic and they're like, okay, I'll get that because. But see, once again, they're getting it for the games, not getting it for the plastic little mini box. I mean, that's the thing I'm talking about though. So no one's gonna just get this for the kid. No one's cause everyone thinks that hey, people are just got the NES Classic so because it's just a nice cute little box. But no, the reason why people got the NES Classic because of the game. So with this, it's gonna be that same issue. You have you have all these games and stuff like that, and technically, and it's like you have Pitfall, you have the only one I can remember is Pitfall, and I keep forgetting the one it's like a seahorse. No, it's not a seahorse. It's like night game. I'm looking at the night game. I think it was Joust. No, it wasn't Joust. I don't remember. I think it was no. I don't remember it. Let me see. Atari game involving key. Okay. Castle. It was fucking Castle. Okay, see. Alright, so yeah, I played that as a kid. I did play Castle as a kid. I played Castle. That's the game. Let me see. What's the name of it? Was it Castle? Why can I not find the name of this game? I'm just gonna Google search it. And I still can't find the name of the game, believe it or not. Let me see if it's an Atari game called Adventure. Yeah, it was Adventure. There we go. Adventure. Okay, that's what it was. It was Castle with the little seahorse looking thing that would fucking chase after you. Now I know the name of it. I'm sorry it's not shown on screen, but you get the gist though. I don't know. They're not even the games aren't that memorable. I only remember like two of them out of the no three of them. Pong. Um. Fucking. What do you? See, I already forgot the name of it. But you get my gist. I don't really see the use of this actually existing though. I really don't. Pitfall, but once I got the SNES version, I didn't really play this one as much. So yes, as a kid, I did play a parent's SNES because they had one. They just passed it down to me. But Pitfall on the SNES is the one I like more. Believe it or not, it controls a little bit better. No, I'm gonna see how much this thing costs as well. Is it expensive? That's what I'm saying. Let me see, cause I know they have Atari. Let's see. Let's see if they have the Atari box. Atari. Wow, I already messed that fucking shit up. Okay, let me see. Atari box. Godly. Go to the website and once again, it's done this thing where it doesn't have much Okay, let me tell you something right now, Atari. If you price this thing under $100, it might sell with the niche market a little bit. I wouldn't mind checking it out to see how it is. I wouldn't mind buying it, but I wouldn't mind checking it out to see how it is. A niche market will probably, you know, be a little bit interested in this. If you keep it under $100, if you go like 150 for and then add like a bullshit peripherals and stuff like, everyone's gonna really stay away from it because there's just not enough memorable games for it. Yeah, they're just not, and they're seriously not though. I don't think. Mm-mm. I am not much of a fan of plug and play games. Maybe that's the reason, but other than that, no. This is Atari, and I don't mean to be very mean right now, but um, it's once again something we don't need. Why? That's been happening a lot over the over this past summer. A little bit of a start of it. You've been having all these consoles and stuff like that, or games more so, coming out that just aren't really passing the bar, in my opinion. Even though just by first impression, they're not even really games that I think that people should, be fully excited about. So that's all, guys. This is Daniel Clay from Just Press Play. I'm gonna sign out right now, though. Play some games on my Nintendo Switch, as you see here, just with the Joy-Con is off right now. And I will get back to you guys. No, no. I'm just gonna say no.